A very good morning everyone. I am Priyanka, working as an assistant professor in P.S.R Engineering College, Sivagasi. Today I am going to handle the topic about delegates in C#. Let's see. These are the contents today I am going to discuss. First of all, I am telling the definitions of the delegates and types of delegates and steps to execute the delegates, and finally we see one of the example program to implement the delegates. So first of all, delegates. So delegates is nothing but it's a object that refers to the method, or it's a variables of reference that can hold the reference to the method. So in general term, delegate is a base type in .NET that refers to a method with a specific parameter list and the type, and then call a method in a program for execution when it is needed. Using the delegate, we are calling that method that we want to need it. This makes it possible to programmatically change the method calls and also plug a new code into that program existing classes. So there are two types. Next we will see about the types of delegates in C#. There are two types of delegates. First one is single cast delegates and multicast delegates. So in the single cast delegates, it's point to a single method at a time. So using system.delegate classes is derived to execute the single cast delegates, and multicast delegates is warp the more than one classes in a single delegates. So using at a time it call more than one method. So it is derived from system.multicast delegate classes. So these are the two types of the delegates. So next, the way to execute a delegate. There are the three ways to execute a delegates. First one is declare a delegates, and second set a target method, and third invoke a delegates. Let's see about one by one. First, declaring a delegates. So this is a syntax to declare a delegates. So first you have to mention the modifier. There are three types of modifier in that. One is public, private and protected. And the delegate is a keyword and return type. So return type, it may be anything, it is a void or int or float, anything. So and then I have to mention the delegate name, that is a user input, and we have to pass that parameter list inside that parenthesis. This is an example to create a delegates. So here I am using that public modifier. So delegate is a keyword. I am using that int return type here. So delegate example is my names. These are the two parameter lists, that is I and j, that is belongs to the integer type. So next we have to set that target method. That is a method you have to call that method using the delegates. So this is a syntax to set a target method. First of all, you have to mention the delegate names. Already we have declaring the delegate name. That name was used here. So and then instant name is nothing but that object name that we that is used to call that particular method. And the new is a keyword. Again you have to mention that delegate name, and inside that we are passing that method name that we want to wish to call a method. So this is an example to set a target method. So delegate example is my delegate name, T1 is a object name, new is a keyword. Again you have to mention the delegate name, and display is my target method. So next, the final one is third step is invoke a delegates. So invoke using that delegate object name, I am going to invoke that particular method. So the method have a two parameters. So that's why I am passing the two value here. So this is one of the example for without parameter. So here first I am going to declare that delegate using a public is a modifier, delegate is a keyword, void is my return type, and delegate example is my delegate name. So here I am not passing that parameter list. So then I am going to instantiation of the delegate. So here we are set a target method here. So delegate example is my delegate name, D1 is an object, new is a keyword, and delegate example pass that method. So here I am passing that method. This method doesn't have parameters. So and finally we are going to invoke the delegate using that object name. So simply we are passing that delegate name without passing any parameters. So let's see the examples program for that creating a delegates. So first of all this is a getter file. So here I am creating a one class, that class name is delegate exam. Then I am going to declare that do delegate here because I am using that to method. So two methods to call the two methods I am declaring a two delegates here. So one this is the modifier, delegate is a keyword, y it's a return type, odd num is my delegate name. So here I am passing the two parameters. So similarly I am creating one more delegates, declaring a one more delegates here. So this is for subtracting a number. So here I am declaring a two delegates, and this is a method for adding two values. So this is this method name is sum. So here I am passing the two variables int a and b. So I am creating another one method for subtracting two values. So this is a method to subtracting two values. So in these places first of all we are creating a classes and we are declaring a two delegates for calling two methods separately and creating a two methods. Then this is a main function. So here we have to create a one object for classes. So here our class name is delegate exam. So we are creating an object for that classes using the new keyword. So and then we have to invoke that target, we have to set the target method here for the delegate. Already we know that. So delegate have three steps. First one is declaring a delegate, and second set a target method, and third invoke a method. So as of all note we are declaring a delegate. So in second step we have to going to set a target method. So I am creating a target method. So add num is my delegate names. So I am creating that object for the add num delegates. Here I am using the d1 name equal to new add num is my delegate name, and this is my method name, so target method. So while I am calling the target method, so this method is belongs to that delegate exam classes. So I am using that object here. So bj is my class object. So I am calling that method here, set the target method. So similarly I am creating that subtraction method also. So then third step is you have to invoke that particular method using that delegate object. So here I am creating a two object, one is d1 and t2. So d1 is called that method sum, and d2 is called the method subtract. So d1 I am passing that 140 here. So it automatically call into this method. So the 140 is assigned to the variables a and b. So it will be added and that result will be stored here. So the output will be 100 plus 40 is equal to 140, and then I am calling the subtract method using the d2 object. So it will be called into this method. So 160 here I am passing the 160. The 160 is passed here, the value a and b. So a and b, the 160 are subtracted and the final output will be stored. So the output is 40 here. So this is an output. Thank you.